Hey, what's up, guys? It's Russo, and I'm so happy to be back in my home space, my little studio I have at my place. Had a really good time first couple of weeks with my newborn baby, staying at my in-laws, but really happy to be back in the comforts of my own spot. And it's got me super pumped to really get back on track here with a regular schedule for the show, for the picks, and I think, I don't know, I'm just pumped. I'm in a good mood today. I'm really excited about this slate. We've got a 7-game NBA slate. It's February 25th, Tuesday, so Taco Tuesday. One of my plays, I'm sure, is going to end up being a taco at some point, but I'm really excited for this slate. So I didn't put out a video yesterday. When I mentioned to you guys that I hadn't put out a video, or I wasn't going to be able to put out a video because I was moving everything from my in-laws back to my spot, I actually was trying to put out a video. I put together a slip, and I was kind of all over the place because we're packing things up, and I was like, I want to get this video out. And I ended up locking in this 4-man, and then I realized Austin Reaves does not play on Monday. He plays on Tuesday, and I liked this line originally at 28.5. But since he played today and not yesterday, I just posted in there these 3 plays that I liked for today. Dyson Daniels, over 36 fantasy score. He crushed it, went for 45.2. Jalen Duren, I liked him over his 14.5 rebounds and assists, and I got it at 14 by the time I was posting on there. It was at 14.5. Still liked it. He crushed it, went for 21. And then also Miles Bridges over 39 fantasy score. He did not get that done. He only went for 30.7. And then that Austin Reaves I didn't even share with you guys because I ended up, I was just showing you the plays for that day. But I still do like this, but I've just kind of pivoted to, I'm not including Reaves in my play today. This actually, I think, went down to 28 too. So at the time I was really liking it. LeBron was still questionable, but he's good to go. I still think Reaves should have a good game. I can't wait for this game tonight. It's the last game of the night on TNT / HBO Max. And prime time, Luka's first time facing his old team, playing in LA. So I'm super excited about it. So let's talk about the plays for today. So I'm loving this whole. I love all of these. I went with 2 units on just a flex. Again, I'm sticking with the flex plays until we get back in the groove here. I think today's the day. We get back in the green here. So Jose Alvarado, guard for the New Orleans Pelicans. I like him to go over 19.5 points, rebounds, and assists versus the Spurs, San Antonio. And then I'm going Desmond Bane against my Suns, and 10.5 rebounds and assists. I'm just going rebounds and assists. This is confusing. I hate the way they break this down. So it says Memphis, and then it has the @ sign, then it says Phoenix, and it's just showing it in that order because it's on the player. It doesn't make sense. They're playing in Memphis, I'm pretty sure. So I like him at home in Memphis, playing against my Suns, soft matchup. But I'm gonna hold off on the points because the points are just a little high when you get the full PRA. But rebounds and assists, I'll take this all day. I'm gonna go Keldon Johnson. I like this play a lot too. 1.5 assists in this same game versus Alvarado. This is just a low line. I thought for sure this was a goblin, and when I went and checked it, I'm like, no, it's a regular line. I'm throwing it in the lineup. So, and then I'm putting all my chips on Luka Doncic showing out tonight. And I do like this line, 48.5 for what he's been doing lately. It's up there, but before I told you guys with the minutes restriction, we took Luka's under, we cashed his under. Those days are over. I think he is about to be the classic Luka once again. So these are the 4 that I'm going with. And once again, 2 units, flex play, taking them all for more. So let's start breaking it down. I'm let me just make sure I got the right, okay, make sure I got the right screen on here for you guys. If you guys don't mind, do me a favor, like the video, drop me a comment, whatever you prefer. Do a little bit of both if you want. I'm getting really close to that 1,000 subs, and when you do that, you're just helping me out with the algorithm, getting me in front of a larger audience. You guys are always good about it. I just say it every video. Really appreciate the support, guys. It's been honestly amazing. You guys have been too good to me, and you've been riding out the rough days. You know, we had like a good streak there going, and then we've been not hitting lately, and I still appreciate the support through the dog days, but we're getting back in the green. I can feel it. So yeah, if we take a look at this PRA, just been absolutely crushing it. 4 straight games. I believe that's what I'm on right now. Oh no, this is the note from Outlier. So he's exceeded 19.5 points, rebounds, and assists in 4 of his last 5 games at home. So these are the home games. He's averaging 26.6 PRA, 80% hit rate in the last 5 games at home. And it's been beautiful. And the only reason that he's averaging 26.6 is because he had this game back here against Dallas where he only went for 14, but he only played 15 minutes. So the real number that he's averaging is probably about 30 over this 4-game stretch. And we're getting it at 19.5. So feeling really good about it. If we look at his last 5, 3 out of his last 5, he's cashed it. And he has this one where one more point, rebound, or assist would have cashed that as well. But yeah, over this last 5 games, averaging 30 minutes a game, this dude is just an what am I trying to say? Unsung hero, something like that. But this guy, he went under the radar. I don't know if he was even drafted. I think he may have been like undrafted. And turns out he's insane on defense. And he's actually, there's a lot more to him than just that. He's crazy on defense, but he's showing that he can score. He's got a beautiful shot from beyond the arc. He can facilitate, he can get rebounds. And I love everything about this sort of undersized player who is just so gritty. So yeah, averaging 30 minutes a game right now, 9.5 rebound chances, 9.8 potential assists, 46% from the field on 10.4 attempts. He has some games where that spikes up a little bit. I would like to see this a little bit higher, but you got to take what you can get with him sort of emerging right now with injuries to the team. But 37% from beyond the arc, 6 attempts, averaging 2.2 made threes a game. Over this 5-game stretch, and then not getting to the free throw line that often, but cashing every single one of them, 100% hit rate from beyond the arc. If we look at the matchup, 19th in points allowed, 27th in rebounds allowed, 18th in assists allowed. If we bounce over to the point guard position, it's a little bit tougher on points. 10th in points allowed, 12th in rebounds allowed, 21st in assists allowed. If you want to take the assists, I love the assists too. That's what I was first looking at, but I just want a little bit of everything in this game here. So let's look at the head-to-head. Last time he played them was just last time they played, I believe, on the 23rd. Yeah, that was their last game. He popped off for 12 points, 9 rebounds, 8 assists. So the reason I like this is, let's see how many minutes he had in that game. So just 29.8 minutes, but there's a little bit of positive regression that we could somewhat expect. He only went for 12 points. I know he's capable of more than that. So we could expect a little bit of a positive regression for the points, maybe a little bit of actual regression on the rebounds. We don't expect him to go for 9. That's very impressive for his size. So if that's down a little bit, the points are up a little bit. The assists, I expect him to be right around 8. Like, let's take a look here. If you look at his last couple of games, it's been beautiful. So this is just a head-to-head. So he had 8 assists in that game. And then if we look at his assists over this stretch, 3 out of his last 5 games, he's gone for 8 or more assists. It's a very soft matchup for him, 21st in assists allowed. So that 5.5 assists looks really good. I almost took it. So I don't blame you if you want to just take that. I think he's cashing it. But I'm going to go ahead and take the full PRA because it's only 19.5. So feeling really good about it. So we went over the note from Outlier. Let's look at his 2024 season just for fun. So yeah, I know he hasn't done it that much because he's been, this is just the assist still. Let me see. Yeah, again, about the same. Hasn't done it that much. Let's see what his minutes are average. So yeah, you can see the minutes on a lot of these games, very spiky. He goes on little runs. You can see as soon as his minutes go up here, if you follow that up here, he's cashing. So I wonder what kind. I'm looking for the sweet spot with minutes. This was 28.6. Let's look at the 28.6 minutes. Let's just start with 25. If we just go to 25 minutes on the 2024 season, he's at a 69% hit rate, 9 out of 13 games. See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, it's kind of deceiving. You can't just look at the full 2024 season and say he hits it 33% of the time. It's a minutes thing. So if we go up to those 28 minutes, just a little bit better, 69%. And if he happens to get 30 minutes, that's when it's looking pretty solid. 80% hit rate, 29 or more. He's at an 82% hit rate, 9 out of 11 games. So yeah, that 28 minute mark is kind of what we're looking for here. Let's look at this over under. All right, so 239.5. They're expecting a lot of scoring in this game. New Orleans favored by 3 points, so close spread. New Orleans favored to win this game, playing. He's got the home court advantage. Now let's see home games. So if he's getting 29 minutes, he's got a perfect hit rate at home, 7 of 7 games, 25 PRA or more. And let's back that down a little bit and see how long that stays nice. So even at 18 minutes at home, he's still got a 62% hit rate. Yeah, that's what. Obviously, if you're not getting much, if you're getting under 18 minutes, it's kind of hard to go over 19.5 PRA. But at home, 21 minutes, he's got 8 out of 9 games he's hit, and then one he has. It was right at 19, so one more of anything would have cashed us there. So I'm liking everything I'm seeing. We got the home games look good. We've got the minutes. We can expect him to get those kind of minutes tonight. I would think he's getting more than 21 tonight. And the last head-to-head, he got it done, went for 29. So I love this play. I'm locking it in. You can see why I like the assists, but I'm also really feeling this PRA at 19.5. So they like his. So what do they not like? They don't like his points at 10.5. Really? That's kind of surprising to me. I thought he had some positive regression coming for the points personally. But 13.5 points, rebounds, they like that to go over at Daily Grind, the DFS optimizer. 51.84% odds to hit the over. They don't like the points assists. I'm just on a totally different page than these odds makers. They do not like a lot of his stuff. I don't get it. Let me refresh this. I know I just put it in, but this doesn't make sense to me. Okay. That actually does look a little bit different. They've got the PRA on there. They like the PRA, surprisingly. They don't like a lot of his other stuff. But 50.15% odds to hit the over. They don't like the assists over 5.5. I'm just on a totally different page, but this is why we look at the odds, see what the market is saying. Maybe that's why we're getting the PRA at 19.5. Maybe they know something I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised, but I'm looking at everything and I feel great about it. He just did it. He just went off in that last game against them. Now he's playing them at home. Where was this? This may have been in New Orleans as well. It's not really showing me, but anyways, guys, we spent enough time on Jose Alvarado. Huge fan of this dude. Let's move on to Desmond Bane. So I just want his rebounds and assists. Even these games where he's missed it over his last 5, he's come pretty close. Like he was 2 away in his worst game, 1 away in his other game against the Clippers that he didn't get it done. But that seems to be one of the things that stayed somewhat consistent while his points have been kind of like he's in a little bit of a funk shooting right now. If you look at these points, it won't last long, but I'm just going to wait and see if he has one more game where he's trying to bounce back. Obviously, playing against Cleveland is not easy. He shot terrible. Let's look at it. Field goal percentage. Yeah, 13 shots. He made 2. He shot 15% against Cleveland. That's a tough one. And then 38%. That's really not that bad. Just didn't take that many shots. He's capable of doing much better than that. He's capable of being in the mid 40s, but 38% against Orlando, also a tough opponent, number 1 defense overall, for points. And then Cleveland is number 10. These softer matchups, actually back here against the Clippers, they're number 4. But yeah, all I'm saying is I'm going to give it another game because the rebounds and assists seem to stay pretty consistent. Let's look at this matchup against my Suns here. All right, so 23rd in rebounds allowed overall, 15th in assists allowed overall, and then pretty green to the shooting guard position, 21st in rebounds allowed, 21st in assists allowed. If we look at the head-to-head, last 2 times he played them, he went for 12 in each of them. And it's kind of funny how he kind of balances that out. He, made up for the assists when his rebounds were a little lower, and then made up for the rebounds when his assists were a little lower. One way or another, I think he can get this done. Let's take a look at what his minutes have been over the last 5. Still getting his 35 minutes. This is just every shooter goes through, something like this where they're just kind of getting to a little bit of a funk, and I think that he'll be bouncing back soon. I just don't really want to. I don't see the points added there. If we go to the full PRA, so we're getting this at 10.5. The bump for the points is like almost 20, so 30.5. So it's 20. So I'm not going to bank on him putting up 20 tonight. It just seems a little high to me. So give me those rebounds and assists. Let's see this note from Outlier. Watch be something bad. No. Okay. So he's exceeded 10.5 rebounds and assists in 5 of his last 6 games versus bottom 10 defenses for rebounds allowed. So 5 of his last 6, could be 6 of 6. One more rebound or assist would have made it 6 of 6. And 83% hit rate still, even with that one miss, and averaging 13.7 rebounds and assists versus bottom 10 defenses for rebounds allowed. So feeling really good about it. Let's take a look here. See what Daily Grind thinks. Yep. They don't like his points rebounds. They have that under as the top play for him. And then they've got the rebounds and assists over 10.5 as the second best play, according to the odds. 51.73% odds hit the over, -126. We got 10.5 across the board. DraftKings has it a 50-50 shot. Other than that, it's all juice to go over, -125 or higher. Some as high as -135. And they like his assists just barely over 5. They have it at a 50.5% odds hit the over, -120. And they like the points assists. But they don't like the PRA. Probably, what are his points set at? So his points are set at 19.5, and they don't even like that. It just seems a little high to me with the funk he's been in. So give me those rebounds and assists. Feeling good about it. All right. So Keldon Johnson. 1.5 assists. This is the head-to-head. This was kind of the selling point for me. First of all, he has a really soft matchup, 26th in assists allowed. If we go over to the small forward position, a little bit tighter, 8th in assists allowed. But he's never not gone for 3 or more, let alone 2, which is all we need to cash this. If we look at his last 5 games, he's got 4 straight games of at least 2 assists, and then one more against Washington would have cashed it as well. So this could be 5 of 5. Let's see. Okay, so they're just telling us what we already know on this note. Let's zoom out a little bit more. This is starting to make more sense why we're getting this at just 1.5. What have his minutes been like though? He's been kind of quiet. Yeah, so if you look at these 3 games where he didn't get any, he went 15 minutes, 16 minutes, 17 minutes. And then when he didn't hit it here, the one, he was at 11 minutes. And then he put up 3 in 17 minutes. It seems like he's been kind of quiet. I'm actually a pretty big fan of this dude. Let's hope that he's getting more minutes and not having one of these 15-minute games. I would imagine with the loss of Wemby, even though they don't play the same position, it's still going to affect rotations a little bit. And he's one of their better players. He's just been kind of quiet lately for some reason. 26th that we talk about 8th. Okay. All right. Let's look at 2024 overall. So 37% hit rate. Let's see what it looks like when he's getting, let's just say 20 minutes. Because why shouldn't Keldon Johnson get at least 20 minutes? So it bumps up to a 44% hit rate. And then let's see. I know assists aren't like a big part of his game or anything. So this actually doesn't really change a whole lot depending on his minutes. So not really one of those things where minutes has a whole lot to do with it, but still obviously the more minutes you get, the better your chances are of hitting these lines. But give it to me here. 4 straight games, almost 5 straight games, and literally just went for 3 in that last matchup against the Pelicans. So let's take a look at the injury report. Just want to make sure. Yeah, he's not even questionable or game time decision or anything. There's really not like a whole lot to be concerned about. It sucks that Wemby's out. Still prayers up for him, and hopefully he just gets through whatever he's dealing with his medical issue and gets back on track with his career. I hate to see that happen, man. Herbert Jones still out. Yeah, out for season. DeJounte Murray. Yeah, nothing really significant to talk about with the injuries. So let's look at Keldon on. Okay, they like a lot of stuff for him. They like his points over 12.5. They like his points assists over 14.5. 51.21% odds hit the over minus 125. Where are those assists? I know you like them. Yeah. Okay, they do just have it slightly favored to the over. 50.49% odds hit the over minus 121. And who is that? DraftKings again? No, BetMGM has it at a 50-50 shot. Everyone else has it favored to the over. And you're not really seeing this line on a bunch of platforms because I think this is kind of ridiculous. I think he has a good chance of hitting this personally. They also like his points, rebounds, and they like his rebounds and assists. The rebounds and assists look pretty good actually. At 6 flat, that's pretty solid to me too. 50.91% odds hit the over minus 123. Yeah, it's at 6.5 everywhere else. So 6 flat does look pretty good to me. That's going to do it. I'm sticking with that 1.5 assists. Give me that little low hanging fruit. All right, so let's talk about Luka. Honestly, this is just a narrative thing. I know what Luka's capable of. We all do. And I've been saying it the whole time, since he's been traded. These guys that were talking trash about Luka and saying like, maybe, Nico was right, knew something we didn't. I'm like, you guys, he's playing like 23 minutes in these games. That's why we took his under thing. I was thinking that his minutes restriction would be one more game, and it really wasn't. Like technically JJ Redick had mentioned that moving forward, starting with this game, news dropped for me, at least I didn't see it until after I made the video saying like, we're going to take Luka's under here. We ended up cashing the under, but he had 33 minutes and he was not on a minutes restriction, and he just had a little bit of a calf issue, and so didn't play. He only played 33 minutes, which is still somewhat solid, but yeah, now he has this game against Denver. In 30 minutes, he starts to bring it together, goes for 32 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists, looking more like the old Luka. So to me, this is going to be a boom or bust. He's either going to have a monster game or he's going to, I think the Lakers win this regardless. This would be a really big upset if, because I think Gafford and the boys still out. Yeah, Gafford's out, Derek Lively's out, Anthony Davis is out, Caleb Martin is out, Dwight Powell game time decision, PJ Washington game time decision. LeBron is probable. It says game time decision, but I looked into it. He's probable. The only player is Maxi Kleber, who's still out with that foot injury, but he's going to have LeBron available to help out, and I think that he probably gets a solid amount of minutes tonight, and this has to be a statement. This is too big of a deal. You traded away someone that should never be traded. He should retire with the Mavericks, and yeah, boom or bust, but I think you can get over 48.5. I think it's going to be a monster game for Luka. If you want to take that chance with me, then lock it in. But I don't blame you if you're like, hey, 48.5 is a little high. But this is one of those plays. I'm going to have fun rooting for Luka in this game. I'm going to be happy to have that PRA locked in, and I'll be on the edge of my seat for this whole game. So they like his rebounds as the best play, over 9.5. 52.29% odds hit the over minus 127. Some mixed feelings on this one. Pinnacle, just a minus 118. BetMGM minus 110. But then we've got Caesars at minus 137. We got a minus 142. So the rebounds, yeah, I could see him going for double digits, but I still just would rather have the PRA. They like his turnovers over 3.5, 51.99% odds hit the over, minus 129. Probably good. We're not taking his fantasy score. Points, rebounds, 40.5. They like that to go over, 51.1% odds hit the over, minus 123. And then they don't like his assists at 8. They think that's a little high, probably because there's a bunch of 7.5s. There's only a couple. Yeah, Prizepicks is right in the middle there because there's a couple 8.5s, mostly 7.5s, and then you're getting it at 8. I don't know. This is one of those plays, but they do like the PRA to go over. 50.88% odds hit the over, minus 122. Do we got any 49.5s yet? Not yet. Yeah, literally everyone's at 48.5, and it's all a 50-50 shot or favoring the over. Some as high as minus 133. But yeah, I don't know if you guys ever take plays like that. I mean, they like his points to go over 31.5. So if we're getting the 31.5, I expect him to be able to get us there with the PRA. But you guys ever take plays like that? I mean, like, I feel good about this. I wouldn't be sharing it with you guys if I didn't, but this is a play I'm just going to enjoy regardless. Like, it's going to make me like so locked into this game. I just, sometimes a game will be about to come on and I'll just make like a little 4-man or a 6-man just to make the game more interesting. This is entertainment at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So let's have some fun with it. If you guys want to check out this optimizer from Daily Grind, you can get 25% off. Just use code BACKDOOR over at dgfantasy.com. All the information is down below. They'll let you lock this in for as long as you want, all the way up to a year. So you can check that out if you prefer. And then this is my favorite app, Outlier. You can try this one out for free. Just sign up through the link below. They're going to give you 7 days to check it out, see how you like it. I always encourage everybody, make sure you really just, you guys see the way I use this, use this insights tab, take a look, tweak the minutes, take players, go over to the injuries here. If you see a player is going to be out, let's say LeBron was going to be out, you could go right here and you could say, what has Luka done so far? Has he played any games with LeBron out? So these are obviously going to be with his old team. But if they'd been playing for like the full season, I could say, what has Luka done with LeBron not on the floor? So utilize all of these little settings, as you are using that 7-day free trial. You can even check out rest days. He's had 2 rest days currently. So on the 2024 season, when he's had 2 rest days, he's got 3 straight games of, what is this, on his steals? Good Lord. Look at that. Really? Did I accidentally bump on his steals? I did. Look what we just found on accident. So maybe the fantasy score is solid. When he has 2 days of rest, he goes for 3 or more steals in 3 straight games of 2 days of rest. But that's the kind of stuff that this app will help you. It'll put it on your radar. So just for fun, let's look at that PRA with 2 days of rest. Watch it look terrible, and you guys are like, I'm done. Okay, so he's had 2 days of rest on these last 4. So last time he played Denver, when he played Denver in their last game, he had 2 days of rest in that, went for 49 PRA in 30 minutes. And then obviously these don't look great. But there could be a lot more, to be said about that with him, like dealing with lingering injury or whatnot. But I'm just saying it's really cool that you can dial in all these different settings to get a different look at the player you're about to take. But I've spent enough time talking about that. Definitely hyped up on some cold brew and happy to be back at my place. But yeah, try it out for free. Sign up through the link below. And that's going to do it, guys. If you have any questions, just drop me a comment. If you're looking at certain players, you want me to do a little bit of research for you and get back to you, I will be, we're getting this out early, so I'll be here all day. When I'm available, I try to just hop on, look up the player, do the same thing I do for my plays, and I'll give you the information right in the comment section. So appreciate you guys so much. We're going to get back in the green. It's going to be a good day. Let's enjoy this together. Don't forget to like the video. Really appreciate the support, and have a good one, guys. I'll catch you in the next one.